Hey, hello everyone. Spectre here. I'm just going to give folks a couple minutes to join us for the live stream and talk about what happened with Dash today. So let's give you folks a couple minutes. Hey, Ray. Hey, Billy. Hey, John. And yeah, so that was kind of a hey, Paul. That's kind of annoying. The way it played out, but it was also partly kind of semi-expected. Let me rephrase that. Not semi-expected. It was it had the potential. The risk was definitely there. Um, but the reward potential was also very much there. All right, let's go ahead and get started. What we're gonna do now is bring up the Dash chart. And hey, Pavan, good to see you. I've been well. All right, so let's talk about Dash, the chart, and this float. So what we can see here is that um, when you have the lockup expiration, sometimes what happens when is that uh, a stock will drop ahead of the expiration. So people were expecting this drop. Um, my thoughts on it was that we may have more because we broke that previous 135 support, that previous all-time low. That hey, there could be some follow through selling. Hey, Pramod, and so that's what I was betting on, is that there was going to be follow through selling, and that given the volume of shares coming unlocked, that is where we're going to get some follow through. And the risk you have is we have a bunch of people who get short right here into the close on this pop, thinking the same thing, right? And I'm kind of like, hey, as long as 135 doesn't break, we're cool. Then also what happens is in pre-market, people see this dump, right? This spike that happened down. And they're like, oh yeah, we're going to get paid. And, this is about to dump. We pushed, we failed in pre-market. So let's get short, expecting the drop. So there's probably a lot of volume here that came in getting short at the open, expecting more downside 130 break. Then what we had is we didn't break down. You can see how it held on VWAP. And then as soon as it broke back over that 134 and then 135 from yesterday, all this volume is trapped, all these shorts, plus everyone who shorted from the day before on the 135 break. And so what I think is happening right now is this is basically a big short squeeze. I still think the thesis is still valid about Dash not being worth what it is right now. But it's, part of this is a timing game, a big part of what we do. And my timing was wrong. And, so I had a bunch of size here on these puts going, hey, this is going to eat shit and whatnot. And then I ended up taking a 50% loss on that size. And so I got a little bit wrecked there. Had some green on other trades, but I'm still net red on the day. But I'll get green. I'll get green by after lunch. We'll see what happens. But that's the short of it. Really, is that, well, not the short of it. This is the failed short. This volume you had to watch out for, right? So in the first half an hour, that when this basically trapped us shorts, and then when it broke over here, we got wrecked. And then at this point, it's just gonna squeeze. And now I'm kind of thinking we're gonna need to let this exhaust, And then the other thing that we didn't have helping us is that the market, right? Market gapped up and started running. And so you also have people who loved DoorDash, and 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 so they're gonna hop in, and so that's kind of causing this next move. And so I still think it's going to dump, but I'm going to have to wait for a push for an exhaustion and have it reset back up for a good risk reward for the short side. Um, and so that's pretty much what happened. Shorts got trapped, we got squeezed. Now what happens next is I we're gonna have to be patient to get back in. I still think the thesis is valid. Um, I definitely don't think that there's anything wrong with the analysis. It's just that we were late to the game. I think that's really what happened when you step back and think about it. Um, and that's it. That's the short of it. I mean, I keep saying the short of it, but any questions? I'll be happy to answer any related to this trade. Nope, don't say anything. What's the trade if I need to enter now? I don't know, understand what you mean. I mean, it's kind of worthless at this point. They could exhaust the next day or two and head back lower. So it's up to you on whether or not it's worth that risk reward. I stopped out, like I said, I stopped out minus 50%. Um, could it just be a pump from a strong market? We don't know. Right now, it's ripping, it's squeezing. Market's ripping, squeezing. So we don't want to. I don't want to piss in the wind. I'm just gonna wait. Like I said, we have to wait to let it set up again. Spy could be. You're asking about spy, so we're just focused on the dash trade here. Um, and so I guess that's about it. And thanks, guys. I hope this was helpful. And just watch out anytime you have. That's the other side of this. I think a lot of people got offside on the short, and so that's the other part of why we squeezed. So, um, yeah. So we'll see how things play out. All right, guys. I'm gonna head off. I see some market action, and I see BA. Looks like it just did a big move and had some news. So I want to see what's going on with that. Thanks for everyone for watching, and I will see everyone later. Take care. Hope it helped.